Hi friends, thanks for being here and you are watching Highway Ride with Palani Ponurangam, and today's topic is estimation of building quantity. In this topic we are going to discuss what is the estimate or estimation, what are the methods of estimation and what is the system of estimation and what are the codes to be referred for the degree of accuracy and the deductions and additions. So let's move on the topic dears. So estimate or estimation is the process of calculating the quantities and cost of various item of works involved in this projects. The system of quantity surveying is there are two systems. One is a trade system, another one is a group system. The trade system means we will record the measurements trade by trade. That is like a brickwork, RCC and plastering. So these are the different trades. For example, brickwork means you need to calculate the brickwork quantity from the foundation to roof. So you want to search the quantity of brickwork from the foundation to roof. So there are chances to miss the quantities because we are searching the quantities from the foundation to roof. Another system of quantity surveying is the group system. In this group system, we are going to record the measurement item by items. For example, RCC slab is the one item of works. In this RCC slab, the different works going to involve, that's we know the concrete, formwork, plastering, likewise the different item of works will be involved. So all the works to be calculated in the item of works, likewise you can calculate the different item of works. Finally we will abstract the all item of works. So this is called the group system. So mostly in practical we will use the group systems. There are two methods of building estimation. One is an individual method or also we can call it as a long wall short wall method. The another one method is a centerline method. First we will discuss what is a long wall short wall method or individual method. For example, this is your building plan. So first we need to segregate or separate the long wall as a short wall. So make a one line here and another line here. Now it will become as a one wall or one long wall. Likewise, make one line here, another line here. Now it will become as a one wall or we can call it as a long wall. So the long wall also called as a outer to outer wall. Why? Because we are measuring the quantities from outer to outer, so that it is called as a out to out or we can call it as a long wall. So there are two long wall. We can calculate the quantities of this long wall. Same like this is another long wall of your building. So now we are calculating the long wall of your building. So now we are having remaining only short wall. The short wall also called as a inner to inner. That is from here to here it is a remaining. This is the inner portion of your wall, that is called as a inner wall. So another one is from here to here, the remaining it is the inner to inner. So it is an inner wall, also we can call it as a short wall. Likewise you can calculate your long wall as well as your short wall. Now you are calculate the total measurement of your building. So this is the separate wall method, also you can call it as a long wall short wall method. The another method is a centerline method. In this centerline method, this is your building plan. So in this building you need to calculate first centerline length of your buildings. So make it center line. Just first you will calculate your center line of your building length. So now we have marked the center line. Calculate the center line length of your building. Suppose it is A. From this center line to this center line, suppose it is B. From this center line to this center line, C. From this center line to this center line, D. So now you can calculate the length of the center line. It is A plus B plus C plus D. So now we have calculated the center line of your building. Use the center line and calculate the different item of work involved in your buildings. So this is the method of calculating the estimation. Practically we will use only for centerline method because it is very easy and we can complete the work as soon as possible. We can calculate the quantities. Before going to calculation of building quantities, we need to know how to measure the building quantities and what is the units. So the first one, the quantity of volume or thickness work, we can measure the units meter cube. The quantity of thin work or surface work, we can measure the square meter and mention the thickness properly. The quantity of long and thin works, you can measure the linear, but you have to specify the cross-sectional dimensional properly. The last one, the quantity of piecework, you can measure the numbers and specify the complete dimensions. Now we will calculate the building estimation. So this is a sample of the building. This is your plan. The building is given 7000 by 5000. All the dimensions in terms of mm. So the length of the building given 7000 mm. The breadth of the building given 5000 mm. All the wall thickness are 300 mm. So here one window, here one window, here one, here another window, one door. So this is the arrangement of the plan. They have taken section here A and projected section here. Now we will calculate the quantities for the different item of works for given plan. This is the standard tabulation for your estimation of the building. The first column is serial number. The next column is description of work. The third column is numbers. The next column, the capital L denotes length in terms of meter. B denotes breadth of the measurement in terms of meter. D denotes depth or thickness in terms of meter. Then quantities, the unit of measurement. The last one, remarks. So this is the standard chart for a standard tabulation to follow your estimation of works. I am going to follow centerline method of estimation. First we need to calculate the centerline of your building. The size of the building given 7000 by 5000. The first measurement always it is a horizontal measurement. The second measurement always it is a vertical measurement. This measurement is always it is an inner to inner dimension, horizontal as well as vertical inner to inner dimensions. So now we will calculate the center line of your building because they given only for inner to inner dimension. They given wall thickness 300 mm. So now we will calculate the center line of your building. Let's calculate the center line of the building. So the inner dimension they given this horizontal 7000. This vertical inner dimension they given 5000. So the wall thickness they given 300. So now we will calculate the center line. The center line of your building, it is a 7000 inner dimension. The wall thickness here of, in this side of, so 0.15, that is a 150 mm. Here 7000 inner dimension plus here half of the wall, it is 0.15 plus horizontal, here half of the wall thickness 150, the vertical 5000 plus again in this direction half of the wall thickness 150. So now this is for one direction, this is for another direction. So you can calculate now CL is equal to 7.15 plus 0.15, it is 7.3 plus 0.15, 5 plus 0.15, it is 5.3. So the center line is equal to, it is a horizontal, here one length, here another length, here one short length, here another short length. So 2 times of 7.3 plus 5.3. So you will get the total center line length 25.2 meter. So now we are calculated the center line length of your building. It is 25.2. Now we will calculate the all the item of works. First you need to calculate the center line length. Once you calculate the center line length, you don't want to calculate again and again for another length. It is enough to complete your building for all the item of works. Now we will move on to calculation of the different quantities. The first item of work we are going to calculate earthwork excavation for the foundation, walls, all ground. So that's mean, just see here, we are going to excavate all around the building for the foundation purpose. How much length we need to excavate means, we know the center line length of the building already. We are calculated 25.2. It is the length of your building. So because we are going to excavate all round of your building. How much width we need to excavate? We need to excavate this is the foundation, that is a footing thickness required. It is 1000 mm. So how much height we need to excavate? I mean how much depth we need to excavate? The total depth of foundation, this is your ground level. This is your ground level. From the ground level, you need to excavate how much depth. So this is the 300. The PCC 300. This is a 300 mm depth plus this footing 300. So totally this 300 plus this 300 you need to excavate. Total 600 mm we need to excavate. So now we will calculate the earthwork excavation for the foundation all around the building. There are numbers, only one all round we are going to calculate. So I mentioned it is a one number. The length of the building 25.2 meter. So just write down the length of the building 25.2. So breadth, how much breadth we need to excavate? We need to excavate 1000 because the total breadth of your foundation is 1000 mm. So you need to excavate 1000. How much depth we need to excavate means, this is the ground level, already I explained. This is the ground level. From the ground level the footing is 300 mm. The next PCC depth is 300 mm. Altogether we need to excavate 600 mm. So 0.6 we need to excavate. Multiply these three things and you will get the quantities 15.36. So we have calculated the length, breadth, depth. So it is a volume. The earthwork excavation is volume. So the unit of measurement is meter cube. The next item of work we are going to calculate concrete in foundation for PCC walls all round. After construction of excavation, we need to lay the PCC for your foundation. We are going to lay the PCC all round the building walls. So the length of the wall is same 25.2 meter, but the width is 1000. The thickness is only, we are going to lay the PCC 300 depth. So the concrete in foundation all around the building, only one numbers. The length of the all round building is center line 25.2. The breadth of PCC we are going to lay 1000, but the height is only 300 mm we are going to lay. So it is 0.3. Multiply the 25.2, the breadth 1 meter and depth 0.3. You will get the answer 7.56. So this also volume. So the volume measurement is in terms of meter cube. So the next item of work we are going to calculate brickwork in foundation. So the brickwork in foundation, you need to calculate footing all round, then basement. There are two foundation brickworks. We are going to construct the footing means below the ground level brickwork. Basement means above the ground level but up to the your floor level, it is called as a basement. So we are going to construct the footing all round. The number is only 1. The length of the all round footing is 25.2. The breadth of the footing is, the footing breadth is, this is the first footing. So this is the breadth of the footing 600 mm. So take the breadth of the footing 0.6. And what is the height of the footing? It is 300 mm. So take 0.3. and calculate the length, breadth, depth. You will get the quantity 4.54. It is the cubic meter. The next brickwork in foundation, it is a basement. The basement means above the ground level footings are, we can call it as a basement. The all round we are going to consider the basement. So the length is 25.2 only, but the breadth of the basement they given 400 mm. The height of the basement they given 450 mm. So the basement is only one basement. The length of the basement around wall is 25.2. The breadth of the basement 400 mm. The height of the basement 0.45, that is in 450 mm. So calculate these three values, you will get the 4.54 m cube. So now we have completed brickwork for foundation. Next we will go for the brickwork in superstructure. What is the foundation? What is the superstructure? Below the ground level or below the flooring level, it is called as a foundation. Above the floor level structure, it is called as a superstructures. So we are going to calculate the brickwork for the superstructures. So superstructure also we are going to calculate wall around the building. So superstructure means from here to up to the parapet level, we are going to calculate the brickwork for all around your buildings. The length of the wall around us same, center line 25.2 meter, but the thickness of the wall is 300 mm. The total height from basement to up to bottom of floor slab, it is 3000 mm. So now we are going to calculate the superstructure wall quantity. So there are all round wall for the superstructure 1. The length of the wall is 25.2. The breadth of the wall thickness. The breadth means it is a wall thickness. The wall thickness given 300 mm. So 0.3. The height means it is a depth. The height of the wall already I discussed. It is from the basement to up to roof bottom. It is given 3000. So it is 3 meter. So calculate this length, breadth, depth. You will get the value 22.68. It is meter cube. We are calculate the superstructure wall quantity, but in this wall quantity we need to deduct some quantities. What are the quantities we need to deduct means just you need to focus your plan and you see there is no wall for your door, that is a door opening. Here one window for window opening. Here another window for window opening. Here another window for opening. Here another window for opening. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 window you need to deduct and 1 door opening you need to deduct. So the dimension of the door is 2 meter by 2.1 meter. The dimension of the window is 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter. So just you will deduct the openings of your window and doors for these dimensions. So this is the deduction for door and window for openings. Deduction means it is a minus. So just mention the minus for door. So how many doors you need to deduct? Only one door. So just mention 1. So what is the length of the door? The length of the door is 2 meter. Breadth of the door is wall thickness. The height of the door is 2.1 meter. So multiply these values, you will get the 1.26. It is a m cube. Same like that, you can calculate the window openings. There are how many windows? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 windows. So minus 4 window openings. The dimension of the window is 1.5 by 1.5. So the length of the window is 1.5. The breadth means the thickness of the wall 0.3. The depth means they given 1.5 for window opening. So calculate these 4 values, you will get the minus 0.68. It is also in terms of meter cube. How we have calculated the deduction for the doors and windows opening? Same like that. The wall is from base to up to roof bottom. So in this roof bottom, above the opening of your door, we have a lintel. So just deduct the lintel quantity also in this your wall quantity. How we need to deduct the lintel quantity for the doors and windows means, so just take a window. We know the length of the window, it is 1.5 meter. Take offset for both sides of minimum of wall thickness 300 mm. Here 300 mm. So one side 300, another side is 300 plus length of the window. So altogether, suppose 1.5 is the length of the window, 0.3 one side, another side is a 0.3 offset. Totally it is 2.1 meter is the length and the width of the wall is 300. So height of the lintel beam is 300 mm. Now you can deduct the lintel quantity in your superstructure brickwork. So the lintel quantity for the door is, there are only one number. The length of the door is 2 meter. Both the side offset is 0.3. So it is 2.6 meter length. The breadth is wall thickness 0.3. The height of the lintel they given 300 mm. Same like that you can deduct the window quantity. There are 4 windows. So minus 4. The length of the window is given 1.5 meter. Both the side offset 300 mm and 300 mm. That is a wall thickness. So it is 2.1. The thickness of wall is 0.3. The height of the lintel beam is 0.3. So multiply these 4 dimensions. You will get the minus 0.18 for the door deduction of lintel. Same like that for window. You can multiply these 4 values. You will get the deduction for 0.14 m cube. So now you know total superstructure quantity and minus these are the deduction in the superstructure quantity. You will get the superstructure of brickwork 20.42 m cube. So this is the method to calculate for your superstructure building quantity as well as deduction for various item of works. Let's calculate the brickwork for the parapet wall. How we are calculate the superstructure? Same like that we need to calculate the parapet wall. For superstructure we are calculated the wall only from the basement to up to bottom of roof. So remaining wall thickness we need to calculate. This is the parapet wall. The parapet wall also we are going to construct all round of your building. So the length is same. The 25.2 meter is a center line of your building. So now we will calculate the RCC quantity of your lintel beam. For lintel beam you will take the measurement from the deductions. Whatever measurement you deducted for the lintel beam of doors and windows, same values or same quantity you will take here. So the door, there are only one number door. The length of the door is 2 meter. Take both the side offset 300 mm, 300 mm, that is a wall thickness. That is a 2.6 meter length. The breadth of the lintel beam is the thickness of the wall, that is a 0.3. The depth of the lintel beam or thickness of the lintel beam, we know it is a 300 mm. Same like that for window you can calculate the length. There are 4 lintel because there are 4 windows. So the length of the window is 1.5 meter, the window size. Take both the side offset 0.3 wall thickness. So it is 2.1 meter. The breadth of the lintel is the wall thickness 0.3. The thickness of lintel or depth of the lintel is 0.3. Multiply these numbers, length, breadth and depth, you will get the total quantity. This is in terms of meter cube. Same like that for window, you can calculate the numbers, length, breadth and depth, you will get the 0.189 mm cube. Let's calculate the RCC quantity for sunshade. The sunshade projection they given 450 mm. The thickness of sunshade they given 75 mm. So the length of the sunshade, whatever you have taken the length of the lintel beam, you take as a sunshade length. So now we will calculate the RCC for sunshade. The sunshade for both the doors and windows, same like that how we are calculated for lintel beam. The door is only one door. The length of the sunshade is 2.6 for same. The breadth of the sunshade 450 mm. It is 0.45. The thickness of the sunshade is given 75 mm. Same like that you can calculate for the window sunshade. So there are 4 windows. The length you can take here, it is 2.1 meter. The breadth of the sunshade is 0.45. The thickness of sunshade is 0.75. Multiply these values, you will get the 0.088 for the doors. For windows, you can multiply these values, you will get the 0.071, both of m cube. So this is a method to calculate your RCC, that is a reinforced cement concrete for roof slab, lintel and sunshade. Now we will calculate the basement filling and flooring. So before calculation of the sand filling and flooring, we should not take center line of your building, because just see here, this portion of the diagram just I projected here. This is your wall, this is other side wall. The inner dimension of your building is 7000 mm one side, another side is 5000. For example, it is a 7000. 7000 means inner to inner wall thickness. So, but we are going to fill here, here and here only we are going to fill your sand filling as well as flooring. For sand filling, so just I projected this diagram here. So for easy understand, the inner dimension of the length is 7000 from wall to wall, but we are going to fill in this portion for sand. So we need to calculate this length only. So 400 your basement, so wall thickness 300, so remaining is 50-50 both side. Same like that, the basement footing is 400, the wall thickness 300, remaining 50 mm 50 mm both the side. You minus this 50 mm and this 50 mm in this length, you will get the 6.9 meter of length. Same like that, you minus breadth side, breadth is 5000 minus 100 mm, you will get the 4.9 meter for breadth. So you can use the 6.9 meter for the length and 4.9 meter for breadth. You can use for sand filling and flooring. So now we will calculate sand filling. Sand filling we are going to fill only one time. So number is 1. So the length of the sand filling, so already I discussed here, the length is inner to inner 7 meter. We need to minus 50 mm one side, another 50 mm another side for the projection. So it is 6.9 meter. The breadth is given 5000 inner to inner. So minus projection 50 mm 50 mm both the side. So you will get the 4.9 meter. The sand filling thickness 300 mm. So it is 0.3. Same like that, flooring, it has 150 mm thickness of flooring. There are only one flooring. The length of the flooring is 6.9. The breadth of the flooring is 4.9. The thickness of flooring, we should not mention the thickness here. For basement sand filling, multiply these values, you will get the 10.143. It is a m cube. For flooring, you need to mention 150 mm because the flooring is a surface works. So we are not going to calculate the depth. So multiply 6.9 meter length and breadth 4.9 meter. Don't mention the thickness and calculate the meter square, that is square 33.81 you will get for the flooring values. So this is a method to calculate the different item of works of your buildings. The last topic of this video is degree of accuracy, deductions and addition and etc. This degree of accuracy, deductions, addition, etc. based on the Indian standard. You refer Indian standard, that is the IS 1200, methods of measurement of building and civil engineering works. You will refer the different parts of IS 1200 from 1 to 28. The part 1 1200 earthwork, 1200 part 2 concrete work, part 3 brickwork, part 4 stone masonry, part 5 farm work, part 6 refractory work, part 7 hardware, Part 8 steel work and iron work. Part 9 roof covering. Part 10 ceiling and lining works. Part 11 paving, floor finish, dado and skirting. Part 12 plastering and pointing. Part 3 whitewashing, color washing, distempering, painting for building works. 14 glazing. 15 painting, polishing and varnishing, etc. 16 laying of water and sewer lines. 17 road work including airfield road work also. 18 part 3 demolition and dismantling. Part 19 water supply, plumbing and drains. Part 20 of 1200 laying of oil and gas pipelines. Part 21 woodwork and joinery. Part 22 materials. Part 23 piling. Part 24 well foundations. Part 25 tunneling. Part 26 acid resistant lining works. Part 27 earthwork by machinery. And last part 28 sound insulation works. So these are the 28 part of 1200 IS. You can refer for the degree of accuracy and deductions, additions and etc. And you can complete your estimation of work properly with accuracy. Hi friends, I explained a simple estimation. You need to practice well, then only you are familiarized these things. So if you have any doubt, kindly comment on the comment section. Hope this video is useful to everybody. If you like this video, kindly share, subscribe and press the bell button and watch full video and comment whatever topic you require for the next videos.